Hello Blues fans! Welcome to Chelsea Daily Update News, your home for the latest Chelsea transfer news, match updates, breaking stories, player news and everything happening at Stamford Bridge. If you're a true Chelsea supporter, you're in the right place. We bring you daily updates, exciting transfer rumours, match analysis and all the biggest Chelsea headlines. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow Blues fans and tap the subscribe button so you never miss any Chelsea news. Join our growing Chelsea family and let's support the Blues together. Come on Chelsea! The Bernabeu earthquake. Chelsea's shock move for Eduardo Camavinga. The summer transfer window had barely opened when a rumour emerged that sent shockwaves through European football. At first it was dismissed as impossible. Then it became unlikely. Soon it became believable. And finally, it became the biggest story of the summer. Chelsea Football Club were preparing an audacious move for Real Madrid midfield superstar. For years, Camavinga had been viewed as untouchable inside the walls of the legendary. The French international represented the future of the club, a player blessed with extraordinary technique, tactical intelligence, relentless energy, and the ability to dominate matches from midfield. At only 23 years old, he had already won trophies that many players could only dream about. But football has always been a game of surprises, and Chelsea were preparing one of the biggest surprises in modern transfer history. The secret plan inside Stamford Bridge, a revolution was taking shape. Chelsea's owners had invested heavily in young talent over recent years, building one of the youngest and most exciting squads in Europe. Yet one issue remained. The midfield lacked a true world-class leader, someone capable of controlling the biggest matches, someone capable of dictating tempo, someone capable of transforming Chelsea from contenders into champions. That player, according to Chelsea's recruitment department, was Camavinga. Scouts had followed him for years. Analysts had studied every touch, every pass, every tackle. The reports were unanimous. Camavinga wasn't simply a great player. He was a generational midfielder. Chelsea's executives knew the challenge would be enormous. Real Madrid rarely sold their stars. When they did, it was usually on their own terms. Yet Chelsea believed the circumstances were changing. Quietly, discreetly, conversations began. The Madrid question. At Real Madrid, competition was becoming fierce. The midfield was packed with elite talent. Young stars were emerging. Established legends remained influential. Every season brought fresh battles for playing time. Camavinga remained important, but questions about his long-term role started to circulate throughout Spanish football. Would he always be guaranteed a starting place? Would tactical changes affect his position? Would a new challenge eventually tempt him elsewhere? These questions created an opening, a tiny opening. But in football, sometimes a tiny opening is all that is needed. Chelsea noticed it immediately. The London club believed they could offer something powerful, a central role, a leadership position, a project built around him, the opportunity to become the face of a new era. Stamford Bridge dreams. As reports intensified, Chelsea supporters began imagining the impossible. Social media exploded. Videos appeared everywhere. Camavinga in blue, Camavinga lifting trophies, Camavinga controlling Premier League matches with elegance and authority. Fans debated how he would fit alongside Chelsea's exciting young squad. Some called it fantasy. Others insisted negotiations were already underway. The excitement grew larger every day. Former players joined the conversation. Pundits discussed the possibility. Football journalists started hearing whispers from both England and Spain. Something was happening. Nobody knew exactly what, but something was happening. The first contact. According to sources close to the situation, Chelsea's representatives initiated exploratory discussions during the early stages of the transfer window. No formal offer, no dramatic announcement, just a conversation, a simple question. Would Camavinga be interested in hearing what Chelsea had to say? The answer was not an immediate yes, but it was not a no either, and that changed everything. Chelsea interpreted the response as encouragement. The club accelerated its plans. Recruitment meetings became more frequent. Financial calculations were reviewed repeatedly. Potential contract structures were prepared. Every scenario was examined. The Blues knew they would need a massive offer to convince Real Madrid. But they also knew opportunities like this rarely appeared. The art of persuasion. Chelsea's strategy extended beyond money. They wanted to sell a vision, a future, a legacy. The message was clear. At Chelsea, Camavinga would not merely be another star, he would become the centerpiece, the heartbeat of the team, the player around whom future success would be built. Executives prepared detailed presentations. Managers outlined tactical plans. Analysts demonstrated how his qualities could elevate every area of the squad. It was a comprehensive operation designed to persuade one of football's brightest talents. Madrid's response. Meanwhile, inside the Santiago Bernabeu, awareness of Chelsea's interest was growing. Nobody panicked. Real Madrid had faced transfer speculation countless times before, yet they understood Camavinga's importance. The club had invested heavily in his development. Supporters adored him. Coaches trusted him. Losing such a player would be painful. Therefore, Madrid's position appeared firm. Any negotiation would require extraordinary terms. Anything less would be rejected immediately. The message sent across Europe was unmistakable. If Chelsea wanted Camavinga, they would need to break records. The transfer window erupts. Then came the moment that changed everything. A respected journalist reported that Chelsea's admiration had evolved into genuine interest. Within minutes, football media exploded. Television channels interrupted programming. Transfer experts provided updates. Fans refreshed their phones every few seconds. The rumour was now global news. Across London, anticipation intensified. Across Madrid, concern began to emerge. Could Chelsea really pull this off? Could one of the most ambitious clubs in England convince one of Real Madrid's biggest stars to leave Spain? The football world watched closely. The player's dilemma. For Camavinga, the decision was far from simple. Real Madrid represented prestige, history, and glory. Few clubs on earth could rival its status. Yet Chelsea offered something equally compelling: a new challenge, a new league, a chance to write an entirely different chapter of his career. Every great footballer eventually faces defining moments, moments that shape legacies, moments that determine futures. This summer felt like one of those moments. The choice would not simply affect one player, it could reshape the ambitions of two football giants. The countdown begins. As July approached, negotiations reportedly intensified behind closed doors. Lawyers became involved. Agents travelled frequently. Executives held confidential meetings. Rumours multiplied daily. Some reports claimed a breakthrough was close. Others insisted Madrid would never sell. Nobody knew which version was true, but one thing was certain. The transfer saga had become the biggest story of the summer. Chelsea supporters dreamed. Madrid supporters worried. Football journalists chased every clue. And somewhere behind the scenes, one of the sport's most dramatic transfer battles was unfolding. The countdown had begun. The next chapter would determine whether Eduardo Camavinga remained a Madrid star or became the new king of